Hello, Jules. How are you? Welcome to Sunday night. We are going to have some fun tonight because we always have fun. We always have fun. It's what we do best. I've got some space here because I'm going to be doing some things over here. And that way everybody can see what I'm doing over here. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yesterday I was tired, but today I kind of got my energy back. So thank you. I'm trying to bring this up so I can read the comments better.
Get organized.
All right. Here we go. Okay. I'm all ready now. The first thing we're going to do today, hi Dawn Reynolds, hi Tamara. Hello El Palmer and Alina. I got my groove back. The first thing we're going to do is some numerology based on, hi Dawn, hi Jay. You're Tamara forever. That's a good thing. All right, the first thing we're going to do is your house. Now, you're not going to give your address on here. That's why I'm going to write, yes, I cut my own bangs. Stop whining about it. I just got up this morning and my bangs poked me in the eye and I went whack. Gone. Didn't even care if it was crooked or not. Because this pandemic makes you weird. Is anybody else weird during the pandemic? Like, I would normally go get my hair done, and right now I'm just like whacking my own hair off. It's a little strange. If you're strange and weird, let me know in the comments below. I am strange and weird. All right, we're gonna do where you live, and I'm gonna tell you how. To calculate it. All right. So let's say that you live at 201 something street. You add all the numbers together, so it's a 3. So let's say that you live at 2155 street. This is 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, anything that's above 9, you have to add again. 1 plus 3 is 4. Now, let's say you live in an apartment C. All right? Now, you're going to actually have to tell me I'm in apartment C, which is 3, because you're not going to know that's a 3. You don't do the building. You only do the apartment number. You don't do the building. And then I'm going to tell you the best activities for that vibration of house. And if anybody has a 5 or a 9, we're going to change it. Doesn't mean you have to change your address or move, but I'm going to show you an easy remedy because 5s and 9s, you don't want to live in that vibration. And numerology, there's a remedy for everything. Diet root beer because I'm diabetic. Did I do your house before? My face looks skinny? Ooh, I like my camera. Mwah, mwah. Thank you. You guys crack me up completely. All right, so we're going to do the house. All right, so just post your house number if you want a house reading, and we'll quickly go through those, and then we're going to get on to the next thing that we're going to do, which is super fun. We're going to have fun tonight. So I might not get through all your houses tonight, all right? I might not get through them all. Just know, because I got to move through tonight. We got to keep on moving. Keep on moving. A one house. This is a one house is a place for, I should write on here. How to calculate your house number. All right, house number 1. Anybody with a house number 1, you guys are given the address. Jay's in an 8. Dawn's in a 3. You guys have to do the math yourself. Don't make me do the math. That'll slow me up. All right. Michelle is in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Michelle is in an 8. We're going to start with the 1 house. This energy promotes innovation, independence. We're going to do the positives and the negatives about a 1 house. It doesn't support relationships. So if you want a relationship, it's not going to happen. Glitches. If you want a warm, fuzzy house, a 1 isn't going to be for you. It's not warm and fuzzy. It's a great place for an outer focused life. People that are like on the go, have lots of ideas. The downside is you could be a loner. You could end up alone because 1 is the loneliest number. Who else do we got? Michelle is an 8. An 8 house is... An 8 house is a place about power, prestige, financial abundance, the energy that promotes financial gain, authority, achievement. You could be a workaholic in this house. If you're looking for a relaxed, low-key, meditative, spiritual life, not the house for you. If you feel you need a remedy, type remedy all in caps, and I'll look at your house and see if you need a remedy. So this is financial achievement. 1s are achievements. So it's going to help you be power. It's powerful and abundant. That's an 8 house, but it also wants you to work, 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 work. All work, no play. This is the numerology of your house. So Jay, that was yours also. 2, 4, 5. Uh-oh, soul to soul. You have a 5. Well, let me tell you about a 5 house. For one thing, you have a lot of upsets in a 5 house. So you think things are going to work out, and the 5 house is like, oh, hell no. We're going to stir the shit pot. So you have to be really balanced or have a lot of 5s in your name and date of birth, and then you can live in a 5 house. Otherwise, change it. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. Soul to soul. You're going to put a +1. You're going to put a +1 on the door that leads to the outside. So either the garage door leading to the garage, the front door, and you only do it 1 time. 1 time. And I would open up the door and do it on that little thin spot, and I would just take a pen or a pencil and write +1 on there if you live in a 5 house. Because 6 we're making it a 6, and that gets along with everyone. Now, 5 houses like to have fun. They're reckless. It's adventure. It's versatility. I mean, there are some good things about living in a 5 house. Teaches you to make lemonade out of lemons. If you want a solid, steady environment, not gonna happen. It's gonna send one challenge after another to you. So it's a great place if you want fun and lots of activities and you don't mind upsetting events. But the downside is it's so fast-paced, and you know, if you have kids in a 5 place, chaos. Chaos, chaos. So soul to soul, do the remedy. Because you'll be glad that you did a remedy. You have a lot of 5s in your names and it's worked for you to live there, then don't do the remedy. Because 5s are the numbers E, N, and W. E, N, and W are the 5 numbers. If you have lots of E's, N's, and W's, you'll get along good in a 5 house. Dawn Reynolds. Your address is 1101 with an H6. Okay, you ignore the 1101. Ignore that. H is the number 8. So 8 plus 6. Oh shit, Dawn Reynolds. You don't add, if the building number is 1101, Dawn Reynolds, you don't add the building. If you're in H6 as a unit, that's 8 plus 6, which is 14. You are in a freaking 5. So it's a 14. So you're going to add a +1. If you're in an apartment, do it to the inside of the door that leads out. Tiny. You could get down on the floor and put the tiniest little remedy. Big isn't better. We're doing house numerology right now, but we're doing it quickly because we're going to move on to the next thing. So right now we're quickly doing, this is how to calculate your house number. If you live in an apartment number, you have to post that and I'll do the calculation for you. So House numerology. You don't want to live in a 5 or a 9 for the most part unless you have a lot of those. Can you please read on the Johnson & Johnson's vaccine? Are you talking about the COVID? Are you talking about the COVID vaccine? I can certainly do that. Fuck yup. Dawn, you're just going to put a +1 on the inside of the door somewhere tiny, and that's going to help your 5. It's going to make it a 6. And let me tell you about a 6 house, since I'm having you do the remedy for that. A 6 house is a place of beauty, nurturing, loves everybody, loves family, wants to feed you, so you might gain a little bit of weight. It's a good place to rest. It's relaxing, and it doesn't want you to work too hard. You know, it's nurturing and soothing. The downside is that, you know, you could get a little lazy in a 6 house because it's going to love you no matter what. So you could get a little lazy in a 6 house, but other than that, you know, you're fine. Mouth of the South, 8 + 2 is a 10, which is a 1, and 5 + 1 is a 6. You are in the perfect house. STL girl, you're in a 1 house. That's a lot of energy. If you're already in a relationship, a house is good. But if you're not, then a 1 house, it's hard. A 1 house is hard to get in a relationship because it wants you to be alone. My MRI came back showing nothing, as I think it's wrong because too much pain for not to hurt. Oh, that's too bad that you're not feeling good. People might start moving out if you change the number. No, that you don't want to change the number of an apartment or a building. You don't want to change the number of a building, only your apartment. Now, if you have roommates, that's why I'm telling you to make it a 6. It gets along with everybody. Everybody will be happy. Everyone will be happy in a 6 house. So let me briefly go over, you're adding up, like if your address is 201, you live in a 3. If it's 2155, that's a 13. Anything above 9, you add it and you live in a 4 house. If you live in an apartment, it's just the number of that apartment, which a C would be a 3. So, a 2 house is a great place for partnerships, love, family. A 2 house is a wonderful house to live in. And you can play around if you feel like you're not successful in the house you're in. Play around with the remedies and make it a different number. Just don't make it a 5 or a 9, and you should be okay. A 3 house, joy, laughter, creativity, artists, people who want to write, people who want to be creative. A 4 house, people who want money, stability, financial security. And a 4 house is a very serious. So it's like you better get to work and you better not be binging on Netflix because you binged last week. So your vibration of your house can kick your ass. It can work for you or against you. That's how important it is. What number can I add to get rid of a spouse? Asking for a friend. Ha 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 ha. I'm single, but I'm sure I could have used this info years ago. Right? Right, Jules. My number is 7590. That's 9. Oh, shit. Oh, no, you're in a 3 house. You're in a 3 house, Lori. So you're about fun, having parties, social, yakety, yakety, yakety. A 3 house is a lot of fun to live in. 6 house is nurturing, service-oriented, helping people. A 1 house is good. It's a lot of ideas, a lot of energy, independence, make it on your own. A 7 house is for contemplation and spiritual path and someone who wants to be alone. They choose to be alone. A 7 house is good for research. It's a serious house. It likes to seek the truth. It's knowledge. A lot of writers and business people that want to be alone live in a 7 house. 8 house is about power, money, material things. Work hard to get what you want. A 9 house is about humanitarianism. So that's volunteering, helping people, teaching, healing, except that 9 houses are emotional upsets. So it can send you a lot of emotional upsets if you're not balanced. So that is numerology for houses. All right, let's go on. We're now going to do past life readings. So the past life readings that I do, I should almost get a thing here where so everybody knows what I'm doing next, so they don't have to keep asking. I should almost have like a billboard here. I am gonna get StreamYard. Can you even see that? I'm gonna get StreamYard. I just couldn't do it this week because I have to learn it, and I suck at StreamYard. Yes, if you're already married and you live in a one house, that's good. Because my husband and I met him when he lived in a 7 house, and he'd been alone his whole life, a bachelor, because he lived in a 7 house and he wanted to be alone. But the minute I moved in, I did spiritual work, so the house tolerated me because I had a spiritual business. But we built our relationship outside of the house, not in the house. We went out of the house to develop our relationship, which I found interesting because he lived in a 7 house. You never know. Now, when I do past life readings, what I do is a lifetime where you're actually getting influenced right now by that past life. So type past life if you want a past life reading. Vicki Miller, you're in a 9 house. Oh shit, 9. I would like Vicki Miller, you need to put, unless you love that 9 house, if you find yourself upset a lot, Vicki Miller, you'll want to put a +6 on the front door. So past life, Vicki Miller, past life. Peeking through the veil. Sometimes I get a year and sometimes I don't. For you, I get the year where those big bicycles came out. With the big front tire, I get that you were a woman, Vicki Miller, and that you, fashion was your thing. You were, I feel like this was early 1900s, like 1902 or something. I don't know what year you were born, but I think you reincarnated, like, woo, you just reincarnated. You were also really particular about your hair in this past life. Now, I don't know that you rode one of these bikes, but I feel like the bike could have an influence. I don't know, did you bike when you were younger? Did you have an association with bikes? Also hats. You were very fashionable, very formal. And I feel like you married a little later, which I'm talking about age 19. Because then the women married much earlier. So Vicki Miller, I think that you married young. So it'll be interesting to see if what you did in this lifetime. Did you wait longer to get married, or did you marry really young in this lifetime too? And are you fashion oriented in this lifetime? Jules, past life. What does Jules need to know about her past life? This is a past life where you lived in a village, but it was considered quite a large village, but you only visited it a couple times a year because you were a traveler. And so you carried everything in your bag and you traveled around. And I feel like there's a lot of smoke in the air. So I feel like they didn't have like heat. I think that you had fires, like they lit fires for heat. I want to say very early 1800s, and you traveled with a wild dog, like a wild dog befriended you, and you traveled with this wild dog. And let me find out what is going on now in that past life. Oh, wow. So at different times, you would pick up people who were suffering and take care of them, and they'd travel with you until they were better. Or you found a home for them. A lot of time you'd find homes for orphan children. If you came across children and the parents had died of plague and they weren't able to survive, you took them on your travels, found them homes. So you were like a mega humanitarian in that lifetime. So there was a lot of people that you helped out, even though you didn't financially help them. You took them along in your travels and you met them up with the right people. So you have a skill of connecting people. I wonder if you do that now in a way, like if you're a people connector. That would be interesting. That would be really interesting. STL girl, your past life. We are now doing past lives. STL girl, where were you? Oh my God. There wasn't even buildings on the land. Oh my God, where did you live? It looks like you lived in an area with pine trees. You were super skinny, and you had to eat from what you caught in the water. So you lived near like either a pond or something where you would spear fish. I don't know if you were native, but you definitely devised ways to spear fish from the ponds with carving with sticks. So you had a fondness for being in the water. Like most of the time you're eating, your diet was fish. I wonder if you're sick of fish. You lived in the trees, okay. Because I was just going to ask, how did you get away from predators? You made some kind of a bed out of branches between branches. And I feel like they were heavy branches, and you made it like a crosshatch and then used grasses that tied, and you made a cot, like a cot up in the tree. And that's how you stayed away from predators, is from that sleeping in a cot up in the tree. I wonder if you did any camping in this lifetime, because it feels like camping would be like, oh my God, I'm in the woods again. Bring back that memory. But it did make you resilient. You did survive longer than most people in that lifetime. Dawn Reynolds, I wonder if I was from Mexico. We can see. Was Dawn Reynolds from Mexico in a past life? Brazil. Well, this lifetime is Brazil. And you were a machinist, and you were male. Dawn, you were male in this lifetime, and you were a machinist. A machinist. You worked on very ancient machines. And also you were a timekeeper. Time clock? Time clock. Oh. So they had a weird way of telling time. It wasn't modern clocks. And so you were a timekeeper, and you would announce during certain times. I don't know what you were doing. You were definitely working with machinery though, and it was very smoky. You had quite a few head injuries in that lifetime. Like, I don't know if machines bonked you in the head, but you did speak 3 languages. You were fluent in 3 languages. So it looks like you were very, very intelligent. If you guys just joining us, we're doing past life readings right now. Do you really have chronic headaches? Oh my God. We should clear that out of your past life. You don't like fish? Yeah, that's because you probably lived on fish. Oh my God, I don't want to see another fish. I move around now. I detest being cold. I pick up the lost, but I make the mistake of dating them. You're dating them. Oh, you married at 19, Vicky? And you rode bikes as a child? Oh my gosh. All right, let me go back up here and catch up to the past life thing here. Who else wants one? Dawn. Alina wants a past life. So, Alina, what is your past life? You were in the war. Oh, shit. Why did they pick this past life? You were in the war at a young age, and I feel like you lost a limb, an arm. You lost, somebody whacked it off with a knife or a sword. Woof! And there you were, no arm. Now you survived it, but back then when you lost an arm, it made you like disabled, because it would be hard to farm. It would be hard to do work in the, any of the fields or any of the work that needed to be done back then. So let me ask what you did then. So you lost the arm, you became disabled, and let me find out what happened to you. Wow. So you you had a lot of war knowledge, and so they actually, when the war was still going on, promoted you to a position where after your arm healed, you went back into the war zone and you made decisions about where the troops would go and where people would go. I wonder if you're in leadership position right now, Alina, because like you gave instructions. Either I wonder if you're a trainer, and I also, it makes me wonder if you have any arm pain. Sometimes, you guys, it's weird. Call it weird. But sometimes if you have a birthmark, that could be a sign of how you died just before this life. I mean, weird. Weird, weird, weird. So, Alina, you had a very successful past life, even though you lost an arm in a battle. Oh, thank you, STL, for the super chat. That's very generous. I'm going to pull a guidance card for you. STL girl, what does Spirit want to tell STL girl for the super chat? Ooh, Queen of Wands. Wow. You know what? 2021 is going to be the year of new ideas, because this is the Ace of Wands and the Queen. It's going to be the year of new ideas. So when you start hammering in the ideas in your mind, I would like you to write them down. You don't have to act on all of them, but you're going to get a lot of ideas that are going to bring you success and extra income in the future. Write them down. You're headed towards success. Michelle would like a past life. For you guys just joining me, we're doing past life readings. You'll want to go back and watch the beginning, though, because we did houses in the beginning. Oh my God. Oh my God. Michelle, you lived where there were lions and tigers. Like, what is that, Africa? And when you would come across a wounded big animal, I mean like elephant, you tried to help them the best way you could. So you would help wounded animals, because there was a lot of trapping. It felt like there was a lot of trapping going on. Or somehow it felt like they dug holes and the animals would fall into these holes and you would try to figure out how to get them out. Well, that's weird. So you fell in a couple of those yourself. In a couple of those, they would disguise the hole with something covering it, and then the animal would walk across the hole and fall in. So you fell in quite a few of those holes. So it pissed you off. But mainly you weren't with a tribe. You kind of like went off on your own. You were like on your own in that lifetime. And you did go to spirit at a young age. But I don't think you were killed by an animal. Oh, the plague. Some plague. So you died of a disease, some disease or plague or something, some disease that was going around. But you were highly intelligent and you were a healer. You were a healer. You wanted to heal animals. You want to work with animals. Mouth of the South would like a past life. Mouth of the South. Oh my goodness, Mouth. Were you a prostitute? No, I'm kidding. This is my prostitute card. I'll hold it up to the camera. I'm sure you weren't a prostitute. Thank you, Jules, for the super chat. Jules' guidance card for 2021 is... Ooh! Don't let the shitty people poop on your parade. Don't let the shitty people poop on your parade, because 2021 is creativity. You're gonna create in 2021 an action plan to where you're not gonna let people take advantage of you anymore. You're gonna get like boundaries. You're gonna get stronger with your boundaries, and people aren't gonna dump on you because you're not gonna allow that. So Mouth of the South, this is kind of an interesting card, but I'm not gonna say that you were a prostitute unless the next card validates it, and then we'll all laugh at you. Oh my God. So here's your story. This is weird. You ended up as an orphan, right? And this old man took you under his wing. Now, he didn't mess with you, but he needed money, so he sold you. And you were somewhat of, I don't want to call you a sex slave, but I think people took advantage of you. Let's just say that. And let me find out if you got out from underneath that life. I wonder if you've got issues around that, like if there's a trigger around that for you. But you don't have to say anything. 8 of Cups. Oh, you did escape. Oh my God, you did escape. You did escape. And you went to a complete another country. Like you got on a ship and you started over in another country. Wow. So it makes me wonder, it makes me think that you have that spirit of adventure. Like you didn't just roll over and give up like a lot of women. You're like, oh, fuck no, I'm not doing this. I'm going to get out. And you actually got out. I think you have a tremendous spirit of adventure that most likely follows you to quite a few lifetimes. J Karma, past life. All right, let's look at your past life. Okay, you were, I don't know if this was Columbus' ship. I don't think so. But I'm being told that there were ships that found other countries way before Columbus. And so you were on a ship. And you have this jacket, and it's fur-lined. And I don't know if somebody made it for you, but this jacket was really like your jacket. And it had a big collar on it that you could flip up or down. But this was when they used ancient compass type of stuff on the ocean, whatever, that ships that you traveled in the ocean, and you had to put the sails up and put the sails down. It was like, oh my God. And I mean, you lived on the ocean. You lived on the ocean for a long time. Now, you did catch some of the diseases, but you were one of the few people that survived. And you actually paid attention about how to navigate the ship, because at one point, the frickin' navigator, captain of the ship, died. And the other people didn't know how to navigate the ship, and you had paid enough attention that you navigated the ship back. So, and then you got off and never went back on. So you were, and I also feel like you were like mathematics, but more to the astronomy side. You were more to the planet alignments and the sun and the seasons, more like that, which is super cool. Lori Lauret 507 would like a past life. Thank you, Dawn Reynolds, for the super chat. Dawn's 2021 message is, Dawn, for you guys that do super chats, you're going to get a 2021 message from Spirit. So Dawn Reynolds, oh my God. Holy crap. This is the Ace of Cups. This is like, finally, you can do what you love and earn money. And also building, if you're in something right now and it's frustrating, it's going to end. There's new opportunities coming in. A frustrating, sad situation is going to turn around, and you're finally, either this is new love if you're looking for new love, or it's doing what you love and earning money doing it. Mouth of the South. Oh, thank you for that generous super chat. Thank you. So Mouth of the South, I'm going to grab a different deck for you. What is your 2021 going to be like? Oh, wow. You have a new guide coming in, and it's like a wizard or a warlock, somebody that works with the moon, the energies of the moon, and tinctures and herbs. And so let me ask, why is this guide coming to you? Why is this guide coming to you in 2021? Wow. So it looks like you could have been treated unfairly in the past, and this guide is like, we're going to kick ass, and we're not going to let this unfairness, there's, this unfairness that might have been in your past, it's going to wipe that all away. So if that's still influencing you, it's clearing the unfairness so that you can move ahead in 2021 with huge success and not that unfairness energy. You don't have to struggle with that, which a lot of people do. Thank you for your incredible generosity. Okay, Lori T507, your past life is? Oh my God. this is weird. You were a sheriff in a town in the West, and you hated to ride your horse all day. So you mainly walked. like you led your horse loved you because you didn't hardly ride it. You became like a walker and a jogger. So you for some reason you didn't like to ride. Why? Oh, you had a hip injury. So you had a hip injury and it was uncomfortable to ride, so you walked most of the time, unless you had to go somewhere fast. But you were a sheriff in a town, and you had several towns that you had to take care of. And in one of the towns, there was a gang, and they took you down. So that's how you passed away, was the gang. And you went into the spirit world, but you were really happy to get out of that physical body because you had a lot of pain, and you were sick of the West. You didn't like the horses. You didn't like the way you had to eat. It just wasn't your time. It's like you came into that timeline thinking, shit, what did I do? And then you just went out. You're like, oh, I'm so happy to be out of that. So it was a fairly short lifetime, but it did make me wonder if you're into order and law, or if you like, order and law shows or something like that, because it had a lot of that in there, a lot of order and law. It'll be really interesting to see if you pay attention to order and law type of stuff. Oh, is there a troll in the chat? Let's see, how do I get rid of those? That's how new I am to YouTube. Who's the troll? Can somebody post the name of the troll? I'm not even sure how to get rid of trolls. Let me see. Not really into Law and Orders. Yeah, you had a short lifetime in that lifetime. Let me see if I can find the troll. Can somebody post the name of the troll, and then I'll just take it out? I think I can take it out. Yeah, I can. In fact, I can report them, and then they'll get CA8620. Okay, let me look for it. CA8620. Oh, I got it. All right, they're gone. And let me report them. I'm actually going to report them. There, they got reported. So now they won't be able to go on other channels. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, because I don't have a moderator, so I appreciate the help on that. All right. Well, let me go back up here and see where I was. You're very strong-willed. Feisty Butterfly would like a past life peek. Okay. How do you get a reading? Just type past life in, and I'll get you on the list if you want. We're doing past life readings right now. All right. So, Feisty Butterfly. And if I missed you, just repost. You lived in a cold climate, and I don't think you liked it. In fact, I'm sure that you didn't like it. And the clothes were primitive. I'm almost feeling like this was the 1600s. And I mean, you did not like this climate. And it feels like that it did warm up, but not for very long. So I don't know what climate. It was mostly cold. So you got out and embraced it. And I do feel like that in the 1600s, I do feel like that you made products, or you took animal skins or seal skins or something, and you made gloves or shoes for protection for people's feet. So you were in business for yourself, sort of, because back then it was barter. I don't feel like they had money. I feel like it was barter. So you would barter these leather shoes or whatever, moccasins or whatever these things are, and you would barter for that. And you were also really smart and really intelligent. And so you could figure things out. You knew when the weather was going to do. You were like a weather forecaster. I mean, you could feel the tiniest little change in the temperature. And so you knew how far from your house that you could get before you needed to get back. I mean, you had a fascinating life. You had a fascinating life in that one. I'm just going back up to see. Oh, Elena had shoulder and neck pain. That's interesting. You have a birthmark on your elbow. Wow. You're going to start a jewelry business? There you go. Lori T, you could have been from England. If I miss you, just post below. If you want a reading, type in past life. We're doing past life right now. As the Bahardija, past life. I know I'm mutilating names. I can't help it. Sometimes I can't pronounce names. Okay, ASTHA, your past life. Oh my God. Get this. During the era of Shakespeare, during that time era, I don't even know when that was, but during the era of time of Shakespeare, writers could be killed for their work. So they hired, I don't know what you call this. They hired surnames. They hired people to put their writings under that person's name, or they actually hired that person to do their writing. So they took the credit for it. So you were a writer. And so you wrote things, but it got published under under your name instead of the person that actually wrote it. So that if they beheaded somebody, it would be you and not the person that actually wrote it. But I don't feel like you got beheaded. I think that you made that, you became famous as that surname person, and you actually surpassed whoever was having you write for them, and then you became a writer, like of early literature. I wonder if you're a writer now. I wonder if you're a reader. I wonder what role you play now in knowledge and books, because I mean, you love to write things that sparked people to think, like philosophy and things like that. Sparked the age of intelligence, like thinking. It's amazing. You were a really gifted writer. So I wonder if you gave that up in this life, or if you do write. That would be interesting. Nikki Larson would like a past life reading. Dawn Rain, thank you for the super chat. We're going to pull a card for your 2021. Those who do super chats are going to get a 2021 forecast. Dawn, you're going to get... Oh my God, look at you. Look at you, Queen of Wands. Oh, there's a cat on your lap. Just a minute, let me tap into this. Wow, Eight of Pentacles. You have got an idea for making money, I mean, this is a good idea. If you haven't thought of it yet, then because there's a book here and she's thinking about something, and whatever this is, it could be a product improvement, it could be a product, it could be a service, whatever it is, you're going to start small, all right? And you're going to think, oh, this isn't growing. I'm starting small. Why isn't this working? Be patient, one step after another. 2021 is going to completely turn the cusp for you for wealth. You're on your way to wealth building, but remember, it's not going to be all super fast. It's going to be one step at a time. One step at a time. Okay, Nikki Larson wants a past life. So Nikki, this is your past life. Are you writing a book? Nope. No. Wow. Nikki Larson. Mostly studying. Okay, so you're still into the book thing, but you're doing the studying. Wow. Nikki Larson. You were in the 1790s, and you were a merchant, and you dealt in furniture. You dealt in furniture. I don't think you made it. I think that you had people make it, but it was geared to the wealthy. I mean, this furniture had to have the right curve for their arm, the right curve for their arm to rest on. Elaborate cushioning, always a pillow, gold, the best materials. In fact, you dealt with a lot of overseas or materials coming in from other areas, and you actually made a couch out of some unusual material. I feel like it was wheat, woven wheat. I mean, it's weird, and everybody wanted it because it was so weird. It was so different. So you devised furniture that was desperately needed, but only the wealthy then could afford it. That's incredible. I wonder if you're picky about furniture nowadays. And I also wonder if you're an entrepreneur, an entrepreneur, because definitely you had that spirit in there. Lori T 507, thank you for the super chat. Your 2021 forecast is. Oh my gosh, a whole new change in path. A lot of people are doing so many changes this year. So this card is like this butterfly is showing up, and it's saying, yes, you had some challenges, but we're going to guide you. You have a guide coming in. We're going to guide you in a new direction so that like 4 of the 5 things that have been bothering you in the past year are going to just float off into a solution. And you have a guide that's actually helping you with the desire for change. So you have got, fast. This is going to happen lightning fast. That's a Knight of Swords. So 2021, something fast is going to happen. Success. That is the 6 of Wands. Oh my God. You're going to put a lot of the shadows, the what you didn't want in your life, a lot of that is going to leave. 2021 is a 5 year, so a lot of people are going to experience sudden changes. I mean, when I did a New Year's Eve reading, that's what came out, and that's what's coming out to be true. Alina, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm grabbing a new deck. I've got like 15, 20 decks here, and your 2021 forecast is, this is about a boss or an authority figure, like becoming authority or something with a boss. And crashing down a system. Okay, if you're in a stable job, there's the upper management in this job is having a breakdown, like the core upper people of where you work could be having a structural breakdown, which means in 2021, things are going to get better. So for your work life, so even if this was you in a stable job and then like it became unstable, 2021 is definitely going to be stable. It's going to finally stabilize, and with your employment and security, you're going to finally feel secure. And I also feel like somebody that's an expert, like is going to come into your realm and help you with something. Like they're going to give you some expert advice. I don't even know when New Year's was. When was that? 2 days? 3 days ago? 4 days ago? You're always looking for new things to make and make you feel luxurious, but with quality and affordable, Nikki. That's great. Have you had a tremendous week, Jules? Yeah. If you guys had Dante, the skull, if you had him in your reading, I should bring him on more, because the people that work with crystal skulls, your life does change. And by the way, I have a private page that's free called Melanie's Crystal Skull Classes. I'm going to type it on here. If you're interested in crystal skulls, that's a free page. But you have to request to join. You're welcome, Astha. And I apologize if I'm not getting your names right. So let me see here for the next past life what we have here. A ghostwriter. Oh, yes, that's what they were called. Ghostwriters. Thank you, STL girl. Yeah, it was a literal ghost and a scribe. You're right. I have a heating pad on my feet right now. I bought one on those Facebook things that you scroll. Tracy Van Bragg wants a past life. Okay. Super chat might not be available in your area, and that is fine. That is totally fine. No worries about that at all. Tracy, this is your past life. 3 of Wands. Oh my God. This is weird because this feels like a long time ago, but I didn't realize they could land survey. So I thought land surveying was modern. But you use these poles and you lined it up for where a certain alignment of the sun, like where the sun was, and you looked at the ocean's horizon. What the heck were you doing? Why would you look at the horizon of the ocean? You're somehow measuring where the land. Oh, I got to pull another card. I'm all confused about what you were. What were you doing? Why were you interested about the sun and the ocean? Here I get the ocean again. Oh, the movements of the planets. What the hell? Were you an astronomer? Well, you were some kind of scientist, back then. Obviously interested in the movement of use the ocean to figure out the angle of the sun. I don't know what you were doing. It's above my head, and it was way long time ago. So, this obviously you had a calculating, scientific, mathematical interest in the stars type of past life. And you were very focused on it, and you stayed focused on that your entire life. So you made a career of studying the movement of something in the ocean and with the angle of the sun. I don't know what you were doing. I can't quite figure it out. It's probably something that I don't even have language skills for of what that is. Hopefully you can grab onto that and maybe know. You guys used to blow into bottles. Oh, I can't. I was trying to make a noise, but it didn't work. All right. Well, skip that. I thought I could make a horn sound, but I guess I can't. Hi, Ken, 1936. All right, where were we on the past lives? You love the West. I do too, actually. Lori, I got hit by a car in high school and broke my femur and then again falling from a horse. No, that would be painful, like really painful. I put money on your page for a credit card, does not show up. Oh, I don't, I usually have a PayPal link in my description of my videos, somewhere if you do PayPal, but really I'm not concerned about the money. So don't even worry about it, 'cause I love everybody no matter what you do. So don't fret about the money thing. The only thing I have in common is comparison to the sun is I'm a fire sign. Oh, wow. This would be like calculating. This would be like you were calculating. So I don't know if you do mathematics or anything like that. Some lifetimes, usually I say only bring a lifetime that's influencing. So we can ask Tracy what is coming forward into this lifetime from that lifetime. Seeing things from another perspective. So the main thing is that you saw things differently than the rest of the world, and you weren't afraid to go out there and do it. So what you brought from that lifetime, Tracy, was being able to see the world differently and not be afraid to speak your truth. Because back then you could have been killed for your truth, speaking your truth, but you didn't care. Wouldn't it be fun to be a pirate in a way? Is it on Facebook? Yes, the Melanie's Crystal Skull Classes is on Facebook. The rainbow skull. Yes, the rainbow skull can shift. That is a big skull. That's like 8 pounds. I think that's an 8-pound skull. And rainbow likes to come on these readings. It was rainbow. Okay. Czar comes on once in a while. We'll have to do readings with Czar also. Oh my God, we're down to our last 2 minutes. So let me give them, oh, somebody wanted way back there to know if a vaccination, what was going to happen with the vaccinations. Let's ask, what do we have to know? I'll take this off. What do we have to know about the COVID vaccinations? Let's just do a card on that. I'm just going to use, since it's handy, I'm just going to use my Morgan Greer deck. And I'm just going to spread it out like that and ask, oh, you guys get out of the way. Everybody get out of the way. And I'm going to ask the Morgan Greer deck, what do we have to know about the vaccinations for COVID that are coming out? I feel like I have to mess it up because I feel like it's in here. It's in here. What are you doing? Trying to shove that down the lion's mouth. So we're going to pull another card with this, but I think it's a strong vaccination. But let's pull one with it because we need to know what's going on with that strength card. So put the strength card here, pull another one. What do we have to know about the upcoming COVID vaccination? Here it is. 10 of Cups. You have to do what's right for you, but according to this, it's a good thing. And I feel like they're blending some technology. They're learning from one that's out and they're bringing in something new to change it. And expect 3 changes. Expect 3 changes in the vaccine over the course of the next few months, that they're going to change the vaccine. They're making it for something stronger. Stronger. They're making it stronger. Why would they make it stronger? Why are they making it stronger? Oh, there's more coming, but we don't know. There's more strains coming. There's more strains sneaking into the world. There's more strains sneaking into the world, but they're going to catch it with this stronger thing. Okay. I didn't think that, but I'm glad that I asked. So sneaking, this is a sneaking card. It's mutating, it's sneaky, it's getting sneaky, thinking it can get us, but they're gonna have a vaccine that's strong enough to handle it. So thank you guys. Happy Sunday night, and thank you for being on the channel. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for being you. Next week, I'll try to plan like some kind of fun activity to do in the beginning of the lives, and then we'll go into readings and things like that. So next week, if you have ideas, if you have any ideas, let me know and we'll bring them on and have some fun next Sunday. See you guys in a week.